Welcome to Factorio, where we are midway through reorganising the base to help towards our final push to glory. So far, we have reorganised our copper area, which is working beautifully. Copper is now able to be produced in significantly greater quantities than it was before, and it is right next door to a healthy amount of copper wire and electronic circuit generation, which in turn leads to advanced circuits being made down here, which is lovely. Last time around, we started looking at the reorganizing our iron output, which went well relatively swimmingly. We've then added steel production below that to make sure that that's being done, and in your absence, I have added belts being made, ready to go both into the creation of green flasks and just as a general useful storage for additional belts. That's not working at what I would consider maximum capacity, but it's doing a relatively good job. I certainly have no complaints with that regard. In fact, it's keeping this area of the belt nice and clear. Maybe I need to up production on that side, maybe I don't, who knows. But it's certainly providing as many as I need for the time being, and once we belt that out and build a backlog for it, it should provide all the flasks that we need, or should contribute towards all the flasks that we need. What else have we done? So I've moved our bullet production. We're still using regular bullets. I could go for the high velocity rounds, but frankly, I have no great need to do so. The standard rounds seem to be doing a perfectly adequate job right now, and they're resupplying all the turrets necessary. So I've just ported over all of the bullets that we had in storage, and some are still working on bringing those over, which is not ideal. But to be honest, that's largely because we haven't been attacked in a very long time. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but that's the case, and I'm not going to complain too heavily, because frankly not being attacked is superior to being attacked. So what am I going to do this time? So in the last two videos I have worked from the ground up, as it were, in transforming the way that we acquire the resources and smelt them in the first place. This time around, I think I'm going to work towards the end of that chain. So we're going to set up our eventual research facility, and we've been running with 6 for a while, and 6 is okay, and to be honest, 6 has been fine, because I've always run out of one type of flask or another. But I think what I am going to try and do is increase that amount somewhat higher, and the inevitable forgetting to remove the inserters before removing their destination. Pretty standard stuff. This is how the pros play. So yes, so I'm going to build where I want my research facility to be, and then we'll thread all of the necessary assemblers to servicing them adequately. And right now, I figure that around this area somewhere, maybe if we move these accumulators, we could get our system set up. So I've got, what have I got here? I've got 6, I think. How many did I just pick up? Yeah, 6 labs right now. Let's go mad and let's up that to 10. I know, crazy times. And I think we'll work in a horizontal rather than a vertical fashion. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've not got enough room. 6, 7, 8. Ha ha. Okay. Plan B. Well, we could go north south, or we could do 2 rows. 2 rows makes it a bit more complicated with belting, because obviously you want a belt to go up either side. So that you can dual those belts up. I mean, look at that. That's a ridiculous amount of space usage. All right, we're going to have to go 2 rows. 2 rows it is. Okie dokie. 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's take that one off the end as well. I have decided. I have made a decision. 4, 5, and hold on. Think about where you're putting your inserters. Let's put an inserter in place to measure, because as I'm sure those who tune in regularly will remember, I'm terrible at actually measuring. And then one there, right? Okay. Oh, we're one short. Let's get that on the go. 2, 3, 4. Come on. Thank you. 5. Smashing. You might have actually wanted to leave some space at the end there. Typical. Okay. Okay. All right. Is that right? Yes, that's right. I thought we were going for 10. You have. You just picked some up. Wow, where's my brain at today? Good. Alright, so that's... Okay, so this is the destination. This is our eventual target, is to be feeding these chaps. Very nicely indeed. Okay, and then we're going to want top and bottom. Yeah, you've got those facing the wrong way. I have spotted it, don't worry. In fact, you've got quite a few facing the wrong way. Right. And then let's prod them up. Yes, it takes a bit longer, but frankly, the free research out of the other end is worth it. We're definitely, before we go back into full production again, we're definitely going to want to up our... Let's just bosh all those in there. We're going to want to up our power a little. I think there's a very high chance now that we're going to be over the top in power terms. Right, so let's have that finish up there. No idea what colour I'm going to put onto that yet. Is that the right side for it? Yeah, I think that's fine. Right, so that's feed line 1, and then coming up here, no, coming up here, yes, just like that. It's feed line 2. Okay, so we're going to be using both sides of the belt, and we need a duplicate of feed line 2. So you're going to want to split it. Hold on. If I put things, let's do a quick check on that. I mean, this is, you know, knucklehead stuff that I should know already. But let's have a look. Have I got any handy chests just kind of kicking around? I've got 3 apparently just floating around somewhere. Not entirely sure what's going on with all of this. I think this is just back and forthing, isn't it? It is back and forthing. Alright, we don't need any in there. We need 1. Please hold. I've set these chests to do something ludicrous. So originally I set these up in order to acquire resources that were in ridiculous places throughout the network. And now my little robot chums are flitting back and forth constantly. There we go. That's made that a little happier. Right, chests. I should have some stuck somewhere. There we go. That will do for this test. Right, so if I have a chest here and a chest here, and then we have you going out like that, and then you would be going like that. In fact, let's put it in now. Whoops-a-daisy. Go. Right, so that would be all the belts that we had, and the question is, with a couple of insoiters, never enough of these things kicking around, like that and like that. Right, let's power them up. So this is just me understanding what that splitter is actually going to do. I think it's going to keep them on the same side of the belt, but I'm not certain. All right, so yeah, we'll put iron on that one, and we'll put copper on that one. And our survey says, what do we got? What do we got? Yes, it is maintaining the equilibrium. Are we certain? We are certain. Okay, good, fine, that'll work. Good. Now I've got to go and pick all that rubbish up. Anyway, that was worth doing. That was worth doing. It's better to check and do something that's maybe a little bit needless than get to the end of it and figure out actually this isn't going to work at all. All right, splendid. So now let's sort the power out for these guys. Have I got any of the transformers kicking around? Substations. Not yet, but that will change presently. Right, let's delete that and instead replace it with, oh yeah, go on. Smashing. Oh, that's fed some hungry hippos there, and some there, and yeah, I know. If I put due care and attention into this, I could do it in a far more elegant fashion. But frankly, I can't be bothered. Oh, why have you missed those? Oh, for God's sake! Alright, let's put it there. Right. Some subsequent moving around may be required, and that's just a piece of ugly that I'm leaving there for the hell of it. Okay, cool. Right. So next step is let's get this. Where are we? We need some more underground fast belts here. Okay. Yep. Terrific. Right. Let's get the copper on the way back out. And all of a sudden we had a bit of slowdown going on. I have evidently upset the delicate balance somewhere along the lines. Okay, I'm relatively there we go. That's better. Back to good old 60 frames a second. Right. Splendid. Right. So what we're thinking first is red flasks. Let's get red flasks sorted. Now, red flasks very straightforward. No real drama involved in their creation. That's for sure. And what we really want to accomplish here is to do it in a fairly organised fashion. Now, do we need more red flask production than we had previously? I think if we go for a minimum of 3, so maybe 3 red, 3 green, and then if there is a surplus, it's not. I mean, it's never going to be the end of the world, is it? Or maybe it is. Anyway, we've got lots of space here coming up. Stop that, you. Right. Yeah, that'll do for the moment. Okay, so we're going to want reds. We're going to want all the flasks. Flasks of many nations. Let's stock up on some more assembly machines. Quite well. I'm automating those because I'm bone idle. Good. Right. So reds, greens. Let's go reds. Reds are the easiest to produce. They need gears. They need copper. Okay. And as such, they can be snuck in. They can be snuck in. Okay. So how about we could do it here? It means taking a resource belt all the way out there, and then the output. You want to go one further down. Okay. Okay. Oh, unless you do it on that belt. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. No, I like that. Good. Right. Right. Okay, so the middle belt is going to be greens and reds, and the outer belt is going to be blues and purples. Splendid. There we go. Right. Not there, not there. There flasks of red syrupy goodness, if you would be so kind. Other way. Alright, good. There, alright. What you need is you're going to require a belt. I don't want to bring in two belts there. We'll do some kind of belt merger. We could cheekily acquire some gears over here. May or may not be useful in the long run. All right. Well, we'll do let's prototype, and if further adjustments are required, then we'll further adjust. I know I'm using nothing but exotic machinery across the board now. It goes a little bit faster, and you can put more modules in it. There you go. That's my justification. Live with it. And the upshot is that we should progress nicely. All right. So we've got gears coming there. These chaps are coming in here. So let's bang some splitter on that. And we'll take a leisurely and woefully inefficient meander across here. Now, the reason I'm doing this, yes, okay, so I'm reorganising the base to be more efficient and more productive. Hold your horses. Let's not do that just yet. And yet, here we are now, just banging stuff out in any old order. And that's because I'll move these belts around to make it look better, to make it more harmonious. I will move the belts around, but you've got to start somewhere. Right, now let's get some power up. Right, so here come the gears. There's the copper. What do you know? Red flasks able to be made. Right, good. You want to put that there? Yeah, that's got a reasonably good reach on it. And there you go. Right, red flasks are back in the game, back in business with our friends the Reds. Good. All right. So then, green flasks. So green flasks are going to want to feed onto the other side of this belt. So we're going to want to have a. How much space have I got there? You can never quite tell where the perspective that you have on these buildings is actually masking a spot that you could place on. So we want greens effectively being built over here, don't we? I mean, that would be the most simplistic way of doing it. So let's go green belts on this side. In fact, you can even go as far as there. Green belts, green flasks, green flasks. And these chaps need transport belts and inserters. Transport belts we're already making. Inserters, the recipe is, what are we looking at? One plate, one gear, one circuit. Okay, right, well, we've got gears coming in there. Now, maybe one plate, one gear, one circuit. So we could bring a plate gear line. Where's the most natural place to do that from? We don't want to do it too far down. Again, we won't be ninjaing all of it. That's only ever going to be plates and gears. Okay, so we could do. What are you talking about? I have no idea. Right, well, if we take this one further, I know that means that we're going to end up with copper giving us drama. Maybe one further still. How much further can this underground belt go? I think we can probably go a little bit further. Perfect. Okay. Right, and then a smart inserty that's going to grab just the gears off the end of that line and stash them on here. Yeah, I can already see what I haven't considered. No, yeah, look, this is your feed line, isn't it? So you're going to want to end up on this belt here. So you're going to have to, since you're bringing in 2 belts, you're going to have some coming in around the top. This is going to get ugly. Unless you output around the top and take a very circuitous route. Hold on, let's double check our thinking. Oh no, well, yes, we could feed onto here and still be awesome. Right, in that case, that's what we'll do. Right. Okay, that's what we'll do. So, apologies. Thought process sometimes makes the mouth stop working. Alright, yeah, fab. Take you up and around there, and then it's not the most elegant. In fact, I might move these along just to make it a little bit more, make it look a little bit less awkward. I know, it's madness. I've even moved that out of the range of a perfectly happy-go-lucky piece of power. Alright, okay, get over it. Cool, so, green flasks. Green of the flask. The flasks are green. Alright, exports onto the belt. Right, which will in turn feed onto the other side of this one, which will sort those out nicely. Oh, we can see already that we've got these facing the wrong way. Do as I tell you. Right, and we'll do the same here because they're facing the wrong way. Too far away, huh? Alright, is that right? Is everybody now doing what they're supposed to be doing? Alright, cool. Alright, and certainly 3 of these factories each should be plenty, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it? Anybody? I would have thought so. I would have thought so. And with a little bit of wiggling, we can turn those into 4 anyway. So I'm cool with that. I'm over it. Right, so we then... stick this down here to grab the gears. Alright, you... I only want you to retrieve gears for me, please. Okay, I'll give you something to put it on. There you are. How's that? Right, good. So that's gears enough for these green flasks. Green flasks don't need gears, though, do they? What the hell is your problem? It's... Oh, for the love of God. What an idiot. Someone could have told me that I've done this before. This is not the first time that I've been building a component part rather than the end flaming product. You're going to want to put that back. Right, let's clear some more space. Right, so we've got belts being built, we haven't got inserters being built. Terrific. Alright, so what a completely wasted enterprise that was. Nah, it's not completely wasted enterprise. We've got red flasks being built. Green flasks, we've got the area that we want to build them in, which I think is a good area for them to be built in. So now all that remains is for me to actually get inserters being built. Inserters, mental reminder, we need plates, gears, circuits. So we could just grab gears off here. Yes, we could. We could grab gears off there, and then we just want to bring some plates and circuits in down there, and we'll do it that way. So 2 should do it. 2 should do it. Well, you are going to also want inserters to turn into smart inserters at some point, so let's go with 3. They don't take very long to make, so that should be plenty. But we might need to revise this, okay? So just be, wary of that. Now, I shouldn't need smart inserters here because if if I recall correctly, these blue chaps will only pick up the stuff they actually need. So if you don't, so if it doesn't need copper in the recipe, it's not going to try and stuff copper where it doesn't belong. There are many places that copper doesn't belong. Okay, good. And then we need a right. Let's get the final belt done. Yes. Okay, underground it. Let's not waste any more space than we have to. And we'll take iron from the top. Right, oh, it's like it's meant to be. Right, so we'll take those chaps from the bottom end and we'll take iron from the top end. Haha, okay, yes, fine, yes, should have seen that coming. There you go, get back to work. Excellent. Now once that's built up a backlog, I think that should supply everything we need there. Should. Famous last words. Should supply everything we need. Alright. Let's bang that in there temporarily. We'll have to find a more suitable solution. I think possibly moving this pylon, sending these copper underground, placing on top, probably something like that. And then you just need somewhere to export to. So let's do that now. Right. That thing you were just talking about doing, do it. No, like that. No, other way. Like that. And our service says good. And we'll stick our juice box in there, which isn't going to feed the other end now. Hooray. And then we'll belt along here. Now I think they're going to place onto the far end of the belt, maybe? Let's have a look. That would be nice. Yes, bottom edge, great, which means that I can get the belts that are being made all the way up here feeding onto the top side of that. Lovely. Yeah, that'll work. Get out of my way, you. Alright, cool. So all that remains is to get that hooked up, and then we'll have green flasks being done. So I'll go away and do that, and you can catch up with my progress shortly. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much. I'm Colonel Folio. Tune in next time.